What's up, guys? GotDave here, and I recently saw a video where a guy was talking about how he did the Supermoto conversion to his Beta, and he was just talking about like the things he liked about it, how much he thought that everyone would like it if they did that to their bikes, and then he started talking about the downsides, and I didn't like the downsides, man. The first thing he talked about is he goes, you know, since I put the 17s on my bike, now the speedometer is not correct. To me, that's stupid. I don't like that. I like my speedometers being correct, and it's bad enough that my RC8's off like 10%. That was a drawback to me. I was like, dude, that sucks, you know? I didn't even think about that difference. The second thing that I'm kind of bummed on is I thought that it would make for a better Supermoto setup if I lowered the bike, you know, which it's like I've talked about the Duke 690 before, is basically a Supermoto because it's lower, shorter travel. Like an actual factory Supermoto is not super high like a dirt bike with 17s on it. Is actually low like the Duke 690 here, because I've actually seen a track-only factory Supermoto. They had one for sale at the Husqvarna dealer, and the bike was low. It was basically like the Duke 690, but it just had like a motocross seat instead of this saddle. He's like, you know, they sell the 1-inch lowering kit and the 2-inch lowering kit, and he's like, they're both basically the same price, you know, it's just pick what you want, 1-inch or 2-inch. And he's also, I figured, screw it, I'm just gonna go with the 2 inches, lower it as much as I can, and it did not, jeez. But he said that after everything was all said and done, it barely even lowered it 1 inch. He's like, dude, it might have lowered it 1 inch. He's like, I don't think it even lowered it that much. You know, I don't think that the 2-inch kit even lowered it a whole inch. And I'm like, that's kind of screwy. Like, if you have to take the internals of the forks out to do this lowering kit, and you've got to take the rear end link all apart to do that lowering kit, or put on a different spring on the shock or something, yeah, that's not worth it to me at that point. And then after all that was said and done, after it's lower 1 inch and then lower even more, however much, with the 17s, he said at that point his kickstand is too long now, and they don't really sell a shorter kickstand for that Supermoto conversion setup, and so he just cut his, like with a saw, he just like cut it so that it's shorter, which, I don't know, that kind of, I'm not into just like chopping stuff. Usually I like to do a nice job, like when I mod my bike out. So that's kind of, those three things kind of bummed me out, you know, like the Speedo, the difference with the lowering kit not doing what it said it should do, and then the kickstand being off or not being usable. I was like, you know what, like that's just like too much little stupid things that would bug the crap out of me. Yeah, so after I thought about all those negatives, all the drawbacks, all the problems that the guy was talking about, I really didn't think that it outweighed the positive things that I would get from converting this bike over. And I really don't think that, I mean, it's over $1,300 just for the rims, and then however much the lowering kit is, you know, like add that in, and then the price of a gear, maybe 50, 70 bucks, whatever, like if I have to re-gear it because I might not like the gearing, you know, like, and I don't even know if those wheels that you can buy come with a gear for the rear wheel. I don't even know if it comes with a sprocket on the back. So that might be something that I would have to buy separately. So to me, I just don't know if I want to spend like $1,500. It's just not worth it to me. And it was funny that he thought that he had me convinced. You know, like that was my comment, is I was like, thank you very much for putting out this video. Thank you very much for the information in the video. And I was like not sure if I wanted to do this or not, if I really wanted to spend the money or not. And you made up my mind for me. You know, like now that I have watched your video, my mind is made up. And it's funny because my mind was actually made up, like I decided I'm not going to do it to my bike. And he replied back to me and he goes, He goes, yeah, he's like, no problem, man, you're very welcome, you know, like, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it, type of thing. You know, he said something like that. So basically he thought that I meant like, thank you very much, now I'm going for it, you know. And it's like, now it's like, basically I was like, thank you very much, I'm not going for it. But it's funny, he thought that he had me talked into doing it. But I don't know, it's oftentimes if something I want to do, you know, seems cool, like it would be worth the money, or like it would be fun or whatever, and then someone talks me out of it, you know, like I see a video by someone who's actually done exactly what I want to do, and they're not happy with their decision, and then they'll tell me why, you know, that's like really cool. Because a lot of times when people do something to their bike and they're not happy with it, they don't want to admit it because they don't want to seem like a dummy. Say I ask someone, hey, you know, was it worth the money to do the Supermoto conversion to your bike? They'd be like, oh, hell yeah, man, it's totally better and this and that. And they wouldn't tell you the downsides. So I am actually very grateful to this guy that he told me the downsides. You know, that he actually told me the different things that he didn't like about that conversion, or about doing it to his bike, the problems that he encountered. And that made up my mind for me. You know, like, my bike is perfect how it is right now, and it works really good, and it handles awesome, in my opinion. I couldn't ask for anything more. So I really don't think that $1,500 or more would make this bike that much better. I just figured I would talk about that, just let you know what my intentions are as far as supermotoing this bike. I'm not going to do it. I see no reason in it, and I'm having plenty of fun just how it is right now. And since I have the Duke 690, that is basically a Supermoto bike. It's basically the same thing as a factory Supermoto. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to waste my time, waste my money doing that conversion when I have the Duke 690. That's just what I'm thinking, and it's just not worth it to me to do that. Especially after I went for that ride with Night Rider up here, like last weekend. We did our meetup and I put that video out. Dude, I had so much fun. And I felt so freaking fast on that bike, dude. I'll tell you what, I felt so smooth and so fast on that bike. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like surprising myself. I was going through turns and I was like, dude, I can't believe I just went through that turn that fast. And so why would I change anything? You know, like, why would, like, having that extra suspension and having it really soft and having the big wheels, it makes it really smooth through like sections that are bumpy. And I feel like that just makes the bike that much faster, you know, on, maybe not on the track, you know, maybe not on the track, but on the street, definitely. Having more suspension, it makes, like, the wheels are doing their thing down there, and the saddle and the handlebars and the pegs feel smoother. Versus if I go through that same section on this bike, it feels way rougher, way bumpier. Like stunt road versus stunt road, look at the videos. Check out the stunt road Duke run, and check out the stunt road beta run, and look at how much my handlebars are moving. Look at how much my camera is actually moving, and it's a big difference, dude. The beta is super smooth, and I think that is one of the things that contributes to how easy it is to ride and how fast that bike feels in the canyons. Mulholland. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later. I will see you soon. I'll see you next time, and peace out. Have a great day.